Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PSN review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Spelunker HD, which if you've never played it before, it's I suppose an action arcade game. It's actually a sequel to the NES game Spelunker, which got slated, also slated by so many people it's unbelievable, except me, because I actually like it, because I got the premise of it, and the premise is the same for this. Your character can die pretty much like a Power Ranger. All you have to do is a slight change of wind can kill you. And I don't mean that in the literal sense there's no wind on the game, well, other than when you use the fan, and that actually kills ghosts. But anyway, I'll get into the gameplay in a few seconds. Options, you've got a few things you can do with the game. Not much though, you can view your statistics and your data center and all that. Right, anyway, so you've got solo, group, and group competition. So obviously you can either play co-op or you can play versus. You can play it online or offline. It's 6-player online, 4-player offline. Slightly annoying, seeing as a load of the screens cut off on the local split screen, and seeing as the PlayStation does support 7 pads, they probably could have just crammed another 2 screens on there. But anyway, starting the new game, you can either have the remake graphics or the classic graphics. I'll show off both. You can turn rope assist on if you want. It's one of those you'll just have to play it yourself and see which you prefer. Personally, when I tried it, there wasn't much of a difference in how I played, so I ended up just switching it off again. But the whole point of the game is you're a spelunker and you have to pretty much work your way to the end of the stage and go on. And there's 100 stages over 10 worlds, so there's plenty to do. But for those who've never seen it before, or not seen my other Spelunker review, or heard anything about it, this is why the game originally got slated. You can die so easy, it's unbelievable. I mean, jumping a little bit too high can kill you. If you're too close to a blast zone of a bomb like that, I mean, even though the explosion doesn't hit you, it's just that sort of thing. And it was like that with the NES, and everyone said, oh, it was broken, but it was actually designed that way. It was supposed to be so nightmarishly hard, it's unbelievable. So eventually they make the sequel, add a load of new stuff into it, multiplayer and that, and thankfully it seems to be finally getting a bit of love, because people realise it is supposed to be this hard. It's not just a broken game. So the whole point is, though, as I say, you have to get the next stage, and to do that you have to pretty much, well, spelunk. You have to go around, you have to get keys to unlock doors, bombs to blow up rocks in your way, use your fan to blow up ghosts, or use the flares to get rid of bats that are in your way and things like that, and look out for pitfalls and just things like that. It's an absolutely excellent game. I personally love it. I loved it on the NES, and I was so happy to see that a sequel had came out, and then to find out it was only in Japan and had to wait so long for it to hit the Europe store. At least it's been worth the wait. But I mean, even things like that, if you mistime your jump, that can kill you. So it's definitely not a game for those who hate hard games, and it is a game for those who absolutely adore them, like myself. It's also the perfect game for trophy whores, really, because it's got something like 47 trophies when I counted, and for a downloadable game to have that many trophies, that's a hell of a lot. But this is pretty much everything you need to see about single player, so I'm going to cut into some multiplayer now. Right, so this is the multiplayer. This is what I mean. You can probably see how much of the screen's cut off, so they probably could have just put another 2 on and made it 6-player. But this is probably the strangest thing about multiplayer. Not the graphics, I've intentionally put classic on to short, but the fact that you can actually play multiplayer by yourself. Yep, makes no sense. So anyway, I have at least got someone with me here to play this, and you don't have to stay on the same screen together. You can separate, and that's obviously why you've got split screen, and just work together. So it could be a case of, oh, there's the blue key, there's the yellow key. You know what? You go for the blue, I'll go for the yellow. So you each solve puzzles like that. And quite frankly, I don't think we could have timed that dying better. I think if I rewind it back, that's probably synchronized dying. So it's just as I say, it's a game definitely for those who like the hardcore aspect of games and like dying every few seconds. It's why I love the game, and well, even though there's 100 levels, I still hope we get another sequel at some point in the future. And the one thing I will say that's quite confusing, but it's every time I swap over to Classic, I actually do worse. It seems to make the game harder. I don't know, maybe it's just that I'm no longer on really nice shiny HD graphics and I end up mistaking ledges for rocks and things and die, but all I know is whenever I swap to Classic, I die about every few seconds. But that's well, while it's almost everything I can say about the game, the versus mode does change things up a bit because it is just about whoever gets to the end first, really. At least this one is. And you get infinite lives because of that, because it doesn't matter how crap you are and how many times you die, the whole point is there has to be a winner. So I'm glad they've done that rather than just the winner's the person who doesn't die, because that kind of would have got a little bit old just because your mate maybe managed to kill himself 7 times dead easy or something. And to be fair, I say dead easy in probably the right sense, because this game, it really is so easy to die. The only other things that I can really say that I haven't mentioned is you've just seen us get a power up there, and I'm so much faster, it's unbelievable. And there's also a timer at the very top of the screen, which is pretty much your air, I suppose, as well, and you can collect little, I don't really know what the hell they are. They look like poles with rings around them, and when you collect it, it goes from minimum to maximum. This is one here, and there, as you can see, the blue arrow shot up. So, as I say, I really don't know what they actually are. All I know is it's definitely a good idea to collect them, or maybe if you get 2 together like that, save one back to come back and get it at a later time. But that's pretty much all I can think of to say it, to be honest. It's one of those games that's really simple but really good at the same time, and for the price you're paying for how much gameplay you're getting, especially because most likely there's going to be a few people out there who it's going to take a day or 2 of constant play just to beat the first level, let alone the first world, then it's definitely worth a punt. Even, as I say, if you're just a bit of a trophy whore, the fact that it's got something like 47 trophies for what essentially cost me about £6 because I'm a Plus member, yeah, it's one hell of a title at one hell of a price. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.